All right.
Now here's the deal with this carpet. They have a dog that pees everywhere, pees and poops all over this place. So today, instead of using our typical cleaner, I'm just using vinegar and water. I put enough vinegar in that you can smell it, but I'm just putting vinegar down, and it will clean the carpets if they're not heavily soiled. I don't recommend it on real trash carpets, but on this, it'll be fine. And that vinegar smell, it may help to break up some of the smell of the dog urine and dog feces. So, we're not cleaning with a heavy chemical. Now the carpets come and clean. That's actually the power of the Ork Rubber, because it's aggressive scrubbing. So, but we're not using a heavy chemical on this at all. Just vinegar and water.
This is one of those jobs that they do this every month, but they don't want to spend any money.
They're cheap.
Yeah, so they got it down to where they do all the vacuuming if there's any vacuuming involved.
And they don't do a good job vacuuming.
No, they don't do a very good job, but it's their apartment, and they're the ones that have to live with the results, and they really don't care about the carpets too much. They just clean them because they'll get in trouble with the manager.
They don't care about anything, just staying out of a mess.
So we've kind of got, with the attitude they have towards it, we kind of got it down to things like we come up here and run the Ork Orbiter over the carpets real quick, and we're done. And a lot of times they don't even want us to do anything but spray water down because they're very paranoid about
soap,
about chemicals.
Yeah.
If you spray down any kind of chemical at all, they get real paranoid that they're going to get poisoned.
And we never use an extractor in here. If you ever get like a rug doctor or any other extractor, don't extract if you haven't done a thorough vacuuming. When people won't pay you to vacuum, then you don't use an extractor at their house. You use a machine like this. If these people would pay us to vacuum, we'd probably do this and then extract afterwards. But they're not paying us to do we have different charges depending on how much work we do. And on an apartment that's a one bedroom, we don't vacuum for less than $20 ever. We don't do it for $5 or $10. I mean, that's it. We don't do the stuff for dirt cheap.
So what they're going to do is come home and they're going to let the manager see the carpet, and then they're going to put the dog down, and he's immediately going to go back to
tonight.
He's going to start using the bathroom all over the place, and they're going to sit there and watch him while they watch TV. So.
And then a month or two from now, I'll have this all over again.
So it's kind of one of those things. You want to do a good job for people, but sometimes you have people that they only very reluctantly have anything done, and their attitude is bad about everything. So
these people don't care if the carpet's clean or not. No. They just care about getting in trouble.
We have to do this about every month, sometimes more than once a month, and we just go over it real quick and get it looking decent, and then probably 2 or 3 days later, it's completely back to like it was before we started. And it's because they just don't care. They spill drinks all over the place, and and they're nice, but they just don't care about their carpets.
They don't care about anything.
Yeah. So this is not one of those jobs that we don't put a lot into it, because we're going to be back up here, and probably before the month's even out, we're going to be up here having to clean it again. Yeah, it actually sounds kind of awful, but if you have someone who just basically constantly wants you to clean their carpet, but they don't want to spend any money, then you'll get to where you just don't want to do a whole lot of extra stuff for them because they don't appreciate anything, and they're not willing to pay you an extra penny. If we'd extract the whole carpet for an extra penny, they'd say no, that's okay, we don't want it done.
Well, with our service, we charge for vacuuming, then we charge for using this to pre-scrub, and then we charge for extracting. We will even charge you to groom your carpets with a rake if your carpets are not in really good condition where it's easy. And so people want to buy, what you call the cheaper service, which is where we come up here and they do the vacuuming and we do this and we don't do nothing else. If you're not getting paid, you don't work.
Yeah. When we do carpets for the company that owns this complex, they get everything.
We do everything.
Yeah, that's negotiated into the price that we charge.
But this is for residents.
Yeah, for when we do a reduced rate for the residents, so they can afford to get the carpets cleaned, and so we charge them for every little thing because they're
nasty.
It depends on what they want done, and we still give them a good rate, but it still is one of those things that when we go in and they haven't vacuumed their carpets in weeks, months, years, we're not going to go in there and clean all that stuff up and not charge them for vacuuming. Okay, this is how the bedroom came out, and the lighting in here is kind of funky because it's been cloudy all day. It's going to rain, so it's kind of hard to tell. If you go back on our channel, you could see this we probably have 20 videos that show this apartment. And this carpet's 15 years old, and it's so worn out, there's not a lot that can really be done with it anymore.
It's worn out, but it comes clean.
Yeah.
We clean it every month, but I mean, it looks clean, but you can't fix where worn out carpet. And all you can do is clean it, and that's what we do.
Well, basically that's it for this one. And you got to see how the sprayer works, and the bonnet cleaning, you got to see that. Just with water and vinegar, it still got the carpet really clean. Everything came basically out. Let me turn on just a second. There. That doesn't help.
It's the other one.
Say turn the light on.
Well, turn it on.
It doesn't help. It just makes it worse. Let me open the front door for a second. Maybe get a little more. Maybe some more light will come in.
The more you can see it, the worse it looks.
Yeah.
Because they got it so shot out.
We got it fairly clean. Most of the stains that get in this carpet, they're only in there for a couple weeks to a month, and so they come out fairly easy. But even with just plain water and a little vinegar, everything came out, and that's just because with a bonnet cleaning machine, you can really get all this stuff pretty easily. So, I guess that's all for this video. So stay tuned for the next one. We appreciate you watching too, and check the links and get more details on the sprayer. But anyway, until next time, thanks.